It's amazing how many people we meet each and every day that have cool car stories. In this case, it's a truck story. I recently had an aluminum intake manifold for sale on Craigslist, and someone responded to the ad. We arranged a meeting, and once he arrived, we quickly concluded the transaction. But as you know, the topic of cars is one where people can stand around and talk about anything automotive for hours. Well, it turns out that our buyer has been in the hobby for over 50 years, and he has a 15-year-old son that's just completed a total refurbishment of this week's feature, a 1974 Ford F250 factory highboy. This young man has earned all the money required to achieve such monumental results and has been involved in every aspect of the truck's transformation. Like most of us, he got some help and guidance from his dad and other friends along the way, because after all, no one can complete a restoration alone. Well, we heard this story from his dad and knew we had to meet Little Bill, as his father calls him. Here's the story, and we know you'll enjoy it. We suspect all of us can see ourselves in our younger days doing exactly what Little Bill is doing. So sit back and enjoy this week's episode. Let us know in the comments about your first project, or maybe how you've helped a younger person with their dream ride. Well, now let's go for a ride.
Hello, my name is Bill Griffin. I own a 1974 Ford F250 Ranger XLT. I'm 15 years old, and I have a huge obsession with old vehicles, especially Fords. I found it when my dad was looking on eBay because he was looking for a project truck for me and him to do, and we just came across this 74 F250. It was literally right around the corner from our house. And we went over there, took a look at it. It ran, barely. We bought it, and then we drove it home. And then we just started tearing into it. First thing we did was clean out all the wiring. The wiring was a mess. They put all sorts of accessories and crap. It was kind of sad to see. But we got it all cleaned up, and then we rebuilt the car, got it running right, and then we started taking it apart for paint, and then we sent down to a paint shop, and our painter, he didn't believe there was any rust on it. Like, this truck had no rust, and he just took it to the sandblast shop because he thought it was all rusty because it looked like Bondo, and there's like one little piece on the the driver's side rear fender. It was that big. That was the only speck of rust on the whole truck. And then he painted it. Then we got it back, and then we just started reassembling it, put an interior in it, and it's pretty much where we're at now. And then the roll bar, I just want to mention this. The roll bar, we also found that locally sourced because roll bars are kind of hard to find for some reason, especially the older ones. And that was also right around the corner, and we just kept on finding parts for it just around here. It was kind of bizarre, but yeah. The engine, it's numbers matching. It's a 360 FE. It has a 79 steering box on it. We put that on there. It needs a little bit more work to it. We're gonna change it over to like the crossover steering, like on like a lowboy 79. KC lights, the ones on the roll bar are actually original 1980 ones. I got them from my friend. It was sitting in his garage. I asked him about it, and he's like, yeah, they're my dad's. They're sitting in the box, never been touched. And his dad's like, yeah, I was going to put on my truck, but it just never happened. And he just had them. They're the pencil beam lights, too, so those things were bright. And then also has a worn winch on it. That was on there when we bought it. It looks like a one probably from that era. We're not too sure. Wheels and tires we also found locally too. I remember that just now. That was right around the corner. They're 16.5s by 9.75s, which is like a very odd tire or wheel size. Brand new, never been melted. We got super swampers on it. They're like, they're 39s. They're 15 wide. Future plans for the truck, just keep on refining it to where it's basically completely roadworthy, where I can drive it cross country if I wanted to. I like to do power tour in it. I think that'd be really cool. It'd be expensive with gas, but and then just drive it, enjoy it, maybe do some off-roading in it, see what I can do. My dad, ever since I was like a little kid, I always seen him work on our Jeep in the shop, and I don't know, I always wanted to help him, and as years progressed, I just kept on getting more and more interested in it.
I don't have to inspire him. He drags me out there. I'm like, so I can't bend and twist like I used to. It's like work to me, but he's passionate about it beyond belief.
It was great fun meeting Bill Sr. and his son, and it's quite clear that enjoying the car hobby together has brought them closer. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon for our next episode. Until then, please remember, be careful out there.